How old money families use offshore accounts to stay invisible. The richest families in the world don't show up on billionaire lists. They don't trend. They don't explain themselves. And that's not an accident. Old money doesn't compete for attention. It designs systems that make attention unnecessary. While the world argues about wealth, these families focus on something else entirely: invisibility. New money is loud. It buys visibility, headlines, properties, recognition. Old money does the opposite. Its primary objective isn't growth, it's preservation. For centuries, elite families have structured wealth in ways that separate ownership from identity, not to break laws, but to stay out of sight. Offshore structures are one of the tools. Not the only one, but one of the most misunderstood. Let's kill the myth. Offshore doesn't automatically mean illegal. It simply means assets held outside the country of residence. Governments allow it. Corporations use it. Institutions rely on it. The difference isn't the tool, it's how and why it's used. Old money uses offshore structures for jurisdictional separation, not secrecy for secrecy's sake. That distinction matters. Old money families don't want assets tied directly to individuals. Why? Because individuals can be sued, taxed differently, targeted politically, or destroyed reputationally. So instead of personal ownership, wealth is layered. Families gives trusts, gives holding entities, gives assets. Each layer adds distance, not to hide money, but to reduce exposure. The less direct the line, the harder it is to attack. Some jurisdictions specialize in stability, not low taxes, not secrecy, stability, clear trust law, predictable courts, strong asset protection frameworks, political neutrality. Old money values boring places, places that don't change rules every election cycle. That's why the same financial centers appear again and again across decades. Consistency beats opportunity. Secrecy hides wrongdoing. Privacy protects legitimacy. Old money structures are designed to be compliant but quiet. They report where required. They disclose to authorities. They follow frameworks. What they avoid is unnecessary public exposure. Visibility attracts risk. Silence reduces it. This isn't about escaping systems. It's about choosing which systems you operate inside. Media focuses on individuals. Old money dissolves the individual. Assets are owned by entities. Entities are controlled by trustees. Trustees act under long-term mandates. So when headlines search for a name, there often isn't one. Not because it's hidden, because it was never designed to be visible in the first place. That's not secrecy, that's architecture. New money thinks in quarters. Old money thinks in generations. Offshore structures allow wealth to survive divorces, lawsuits, political shifts, and even regime changes. The goal isn't maximum return, it's survival across time. When you think in centuries, attention becomes a liability. The public assumes offshore equals wrongdoing. That assumption is comforting because it suggests the system is being cheated. The reality is less dramatic. Most old money wealth isn't hidden. It's uninteresting. It doesn't move fast. It doesn't speculate. It doesn't announce itself. And that's exactly why it lasts. This isn't about offshore accounts. It's about mindset. Old money doesn't ask, how do we make more? It asks, how do we make this impossible to destroy? Visibility creates leverage for others. Invisibility preserves leverage for you. And in the long game of wealth, the quiet players usually win.